Hey, what's up, everybody? Currency with a twist. Sorry, I've been gone for a while. I've been reading some of your comments and things like that. Not real pleased with a lot of the comments, guys. Chris Manning and all. Come on, Chris, contradicting ourselves? We said exactly what you said. Come on. Let me go back to Chris's comment, guys, so that way we're all together here. Arabs are not working in factories like in slave countries like Vietnam and China. You don't know that. You don't know that because Pimpy has not worked in the Middle East. Iraq will not pay Iraq people and foreign workers at the current exchange rate. Also, if Iraq plans to rebuild the country and do it all in dinar at current exchange rates going international, then it will lead to massive inflation. A lot of these past projects paid in dollars were not finished and the money was stolen. Oh my God. I think that's what we said. I think that's what we said. Delta, are you here, buddy? Is he here? Anyway, guys, we got Delta joining us tonight. We're going to go over some. Delta, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and proud, brother. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, my friend? It's good, my brother. All good. Thanks God. I mean, I'm still coughing as usual. This allergy.
I know.
Man, you remember when I talked to you 2 days ago and I told you I wish if we had like a body part, right? Like an engine and transmission, and I should have maybe I'll change if I have a part. I should have changed that so I don't cough anymore. Other than that, everything is good.
Awesome. I was just sitting here before you got on. I was just reading some of the comments and stuff that I was getting from people from the last little thing that I did. But I want to read you a comment real quick before we get started from one of my guys, Janair Wynn, 2943. He's always in my comments, and he's very knowledgeable. He's a very smart guy, Delta, this guy. But he asked some really hard questions, and he's very cutthroat with his words. But he says, Frank stated that Delta owes him a lot of money, and he can't track him down as he has been hiding. There are always two sides to every story. And I had to laugh. I have to laugh because I think now that you're back, you're upsetting his apple cart that you're coming here to Currency with a Twist and you're giving your intel. I think he feels slighted on you. And it really bothers me and irritates me that someone would stoop that low to even put something out there like that to this community. It just shows me how underhanded and despicable of a person now that Frank must be. And I just wanted to let you know that these are the types of things that are being said, and I apologize for that.
No, actually, that's very good to know because I left 40 years ago from there. Since like 2020, like I explained to everybody else. But just keep in mind, I mean, even if he, which is I don't take any money from the form by itself, but even if he give me the money, right? Let's assume that he did give me the money, which is again, it's not a problem. But the thing is, I was in the form for so many years. I put a lot of time there. I put a lot of effort there. So even if I get paid whatever it is, right? I mean, this is my right, correct? I mean, I don't want to go there for like 4 or 5 years. I'm doing all that, but regardless, I mean, even if you give me money, is that's I mean, you don't want to step it to that basically to that point that Delta owed me a lot of money, right? Well, if that's the case, I mean, I was at the KTFA for so many years. I give my time. We used to have like 6 days conference every day. I was doing all that for free, right? So just imagine, I mean, for 4 years, giving all this information, all this intel. So even if you pay me, if you say pay me, whatever it is, right? You should say, you know what, Delta deserve more than that. Yes, we have misunderstanding, but that doesn't mean I don't like the guy. I mean, the family, like I told you last time, I respect everybody. The only disagreement we had is about the date. That's it. But other than that, nobody can deny that I was at the forum for so many years, given all my time. And the old days when you used to have a 5 to 6, 5 days conference call, 7, 8 hours a day, we didn't even talk nothing about that. Right. And here's the thing. I mean, and this is the thing what I'm talking about here. But again, you don't want to get it to this point that Delta owes me a lot of money, right? But you should, you know what? Delta deserve, even if I give you the money, even if I give him the money, but Delta deserved more than that because he was with me all the time. Yes, we did basically disagree and stuff, but that doesn't mean to get to this point and he said, "Oh, Osby," and he's hiding. I'm not hiding. I don't hide, right?
I know. I know.
And this is what's going on there. But this is actually not nice for you to go there and say, you know what, Delta owes me a lot of money. Actually, he owes me more than money. Right? I mean, those
Right.
information that I'm giving you, I could have charged $10,000 a year.
Right.
10,000 a year. I was about what, 4 or 5 years with KTFA, giving you all
Right.
this information for free. Now you owe me $40,000,
You could have
right?
charged.
But,
You could have charged them hourly rates for those calls that you sat on.
absolutely. But you know what? I was thinking like that.
I know.
Now,
I
whatever
know.
money you're gonna get, even if you give me them or whatever it is, right? But you don't get it to this point because if I owe you the money, then guess what? You owe me the money because I was with you for over 4 years, and every year for me it's worth $10,000. So you owe me $40,000. But you know what? I'm not like that,
No, I
right?
know. If
Even
it's
even 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 if you owe me the money, I will never step to that basically side and say, you know what? Oh, because Delta doesn't agree with me now, I'm gonna throw him under the bus. I'm gonna say, oh, he owes me money and he's hiding. I'm not hiding.
I
You know
know.
what? Yeah, I'm not hiding. You know what? But this is what it is.
It just
Unfortunately, I
shows
mean, to get to
Delta.
this point, you know what? I mean, again, you should say you deserve that. I mean, even if I pay you the money,
Right.
but this is not right. But I like this kind of question. I mean, again, I mean, for me, here's the respect what's come for, right? I mean, I told you all the time is I respect everybody, and I wish everybody the best. The only disagreement we had was about the day, the rate, whatever it is. But now, I mean, to come to this point and come up with this basically this low, that's not right. You know, I mean, if it's all up to you, you can say whatever you want. You can say
Right.
that.
Well, I tell you what, Delta. It makes me laugh. It's hysterical because, and I know that, and I'm not here to dog your old friend. I'm not here to do that. I do take issue with Frank. I know that Frank has an agenda. It's obvious. I've listened to him for years. When he gets these information things, he slants them in a way that alludes to the fact that it's about to happen. I mean, we just passed the 15th. He's been harping on the 15th. Militia man as well. So I just wanted to tell you that. I'm sorry that even came up in my comments, but I wanted to let you know.
No, no. I mean, again, at least everybody's listening, and again, even, I mean, like I said, even if you give me the money, I deserve more than that. 4 years, 10,000 a year, any information right now, I got the right to get this kind of cut, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I don't want that. You can keep it all. You know
Well,
what?
that's my thing. He's getting paid a lot of money from YouTube for his followers and his subscribers. He's also getting paid on these multi-level marketing schemes. You know what I mean? They've been shut down by the government. So, in my opinion,
If you
Frank is
want
not
to,
on the up
yeah,
and up.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind really if you want to make the money. You doing business, and again, I mean, I remember when I was at the KTFA. Work there. I mean, yeah, you deserve to get paid, right? And again, the same thing as mine. I was there for 4 or 5 years. I deserve to get paid as well,
I
right?
agree.
If you work like for 4 or 5 years, but again, it is a hard job, and I don't mind you. You can make 100,000 a day, and God bless you, right? I mean, I wish you all the time the best. This is
Me
not the
too.
point. See, the point here is not the money, right? What we trying to figure out here, the point is you have to give the people the right information. The money
Right.
has nothing to do with this. We're not arguing about money here. You can make 100,000 a month. You can make, God bless you. I mean, I wish you all the best
Right.
for him and anybody else because it's not that easy job to do. I'm not asking you. I'm not even disputing how much money you're making. I don't care about that. The only thing we're asking is to give at least the right information to everybody else,
Right.
right?
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Absolutely. So, speaking of information, I sent you something that was in Arabic the other day, and we talked briefly about it the other day. I still don't really know what it is about, so I'm going to learn with everybody. And I will drop the link to the article in the description at the end of the show for everybody. I don't know how well they'll be able to interpret it. It's all in Arabic, but could you explain to us what that article was about?
Of course, actually, when you send me that one, it's I mean, I start laughing like I told you because it's basically exactly what we told the family, the Iraqi Dinar investors, about it. So what they're talking about here, the liberation of the IQD, liberation from the official rates, right? Why are they trying to do that? Basically, they trying to control again the parallel market, right? And this article, they talking about the solution and what the solution is. And even Muhammad Madhar Saleh, he came out in this article, and he's basically talking about what the solution is, right? So basically, I'm going to take part by part of that article. Even though it's a good piece article there, again, this is not coming from the CBI, by the way, even though Muhammad Madhar Saleh, he's there too. But what they're talking about is for them to control that, they're trying to, there's a suggestion basically to free flow the Iraqi dinar and make it as any other currency like the US and Canada, all these international countries. But the only problem is, in this article they're talking about, Iraq, Iraq, they just export oil, right? They don't have anything else like the US, other countries. So that's going to be very hard to do. Now, the other solution is, like they're talking there, is lifting the three zeros. And this is what we're talking about, lifting the three zeros from the Iraqi currency in order for them to withdraw the 3 0 notes. And then they're going to be able basically to come up with a new exchange rate, and they'll be able to basically control the black market rate. Like, for example, if you do that, give the 3 0 notes, you don't need a dollar anymore in Iraq at all. You're going to be able to. I do apologize. I'm going to keep coughing here, but I'm going to keep going. No problem. But what's going on is when they let's live the 3 zeros right now, you don't need dollars anymore in Iraq. Now you can have the citizen. I don't have to take like a full back with money to go purchase something because now the exchange rate is good, right? Like for the U.S., like in the U.S. right now, you don't have a black market, and you do have you have a forex. But like right now, if you go to the bank, a dollar is a dollar, right? And this is the beauty of the dollar. So the dinar is going to be the same way. So lifting the 3 zeros is the solution, and they're talking about the obstacle too. When they have in this part of the article that there's no bank take Iraqi dinar, which is we know that. Now, one of the requirements is to take. To lift the 3 zeros and accept Article 8 and then become international. So basically, all the stuff that we're talking about, and remember, we like I said last time, Carl, and to the family too, that increasing the rate up and down is not going to help us out as investors, right? Like 10 bips, right. 20 bips, they can do whatever they want, but it's not going to help us out. The only things we have to hear is lifting the 3 zeros. So this article is really very nice. I love this article. And the reason I loved it too, because that's confirmed what I told the family for so many years, right? And this is what basically we all know. And one of the requirements of the IMF is, in order for you to be able to be accepted in Article 8 compliance, you have to live the 3 zeros. And this article basically confirmed that. And that's really very, very good. And again, like I said last time, now all the priority for them is they trying to control the black market and the official rate, and they can't. Like last time I checked out, the rate I believe was today about what, like 1150 or something like that, versus like 1,130 dinars, right? 1150, and this is what basically what's going on.
Wow, that's steep. All right, well, I mean that's a great article. So that kind of tells us until we start seeing the lifting of the 3 zeros, then it's not going to be this weekend.
It's not. No, it's not. And again, I mean, respect to any person that has forums, KTFA or Malaysia Man Crew, and everybody. Again, respect to all of them. And again, I wish them all the best, right? But the disagreement between us has nothing to do with investment by itself or how much money I'm making, how much money you're making. Again, God bless you. If you want to make 100,000 a day, go ahead. I wish you all the best. You're doing a job, right?
Right.
But this is not the point. We're not talking about money here. I'm not talking about if I'm gonna talk. You owe me. I owe you. You owe me. Then if you do the math, you're gonna end up you owe me more than even I owe you. If you put all the calculations together, right? But anyway, this is what's going on here. First of all, they cannot, as you see here, they cannot even control the exchange rate. This is the problem. So for you, if you're expecting that the dinar is going to revalue next week on the 15th or next month, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. Number two is, I'm not sure if there's an article came up, but I was watching, Iraqi TV, and they just announced that the central government, they just sent 600, I believe, 51 billion dinars to Kurdistan to start paying the salaries. Now just think about it, Carl, right? Now, if the lifting the 3 zeros is on the horizon, do you think the central government, they'll send 651 billion dinars to Kurdistan?
Not at all.
No. Okay. So they said they come up here at 1-to-1. You tell me they're going to send $651 billion worth of money to Kurdistan? Of course not. So there's so many points, so many indications that you look at it, you'll right away you sense that, you know what, yeah, no one's going to come up there. And then again, they cannot even control that. And then there's another article came up on the CBI, I believe, website. They're talking about sorting the currency, the Iraqi dinars, how to do it. By the way, those kind of instructions, all the time they sometimes they send instructions to every bank, which is the central bank of Iraq, to tell them exactly what they need to do. And this is new instructions, like how to sort them, how to do them, what kind of currency you need to take, like if the currency is burned or something like that. So that doesn't mean they're going to revalue again. We get this kind of article all the time. They're talking about this, just an instructions to them, right? And then just to tell them exactly how to sort those stuff there. Again, I mean, it is a good article, and I'm so glad that we got that article now, because now, I mean, they can keep talking about lifting the 3 zeros, lifting the 3 zeros. As long as they start talking about that, I think that's a good news, right, for us investors. But again, you know what? This is Iraq. I mean, everybody knew this a long time ago. They should have done it a long time ago. But all the time you have a delay, you have an obstacle. You have those elites, you have the corrupted ones that they're trying to do whatever they need to do, right? To stop it, to delay, to do. I mean, eventually one day it's going to happen. But for those that they're listening to us right now, again, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to agree with me, right? But at least, I mean, for your own benefits, that's for me, because for me, it's not going to really hurt me or benefit me either way. I'm just trying to help the one that they like to get help, right, with those informations.
Right.
So if you want to consider at least, since I was credible for the last 4 years, right, and the Iraqi Dinar communities.
Right.
So if you think it's going to happen next week, next month, middle of the year, that's not happening. Because the budget is there, they just send the money there. So this year it's out the window. Again, we do have what they call window of opportunities all the time. What I say, you do have a potential for them to do anything around like the month what you say, like December, January, February, around that time. But you'll see it. You're gonna seem like really talking a lot about it. And then we might have an idea that, you know what, maybe. But again, remember, it's not something easy, because believe it or not, Carl, right now, the Iraqi citizen, they're still confused. Even when they start talking about lifting the 3 zeros, there's a lot of them they don't understand. Because, there's a lot of people there, like elderly people, whatever. They don't understand that. It's very hard to understand that. What's lifting the 3 zeros, what's going on. You have the young generation that they're born in 2003 when the U.S. invaded Iraq. Right now, they're basically 21, 22 years old. They're basically hooked on dollar. They don't know about the dinar. They don't know about their, maybe the history. The dinars are $3 in the past. They don't care about that, right? And this is what's going on. It's not even an easy process. See, that's why, maybe there was like a corruption there too, but it's not an easy process. Imagine you have now 100 trillion dinars, right? And money supply. Yeah, most of it, some of it probably is digital, but the other one, basically, you can withdraw it, but it's gonna be very hard to convince people that, you know what, you're gonna give me 25,000. I'm gonna give you this, but you have to explain it to them, right? I mean, what do you mean you're gonna give me like a smaller note. What do you mean on that? What does it have to do with my money? Yeah,
Right.
this kind of a confusion. So the education is very, very important too. And again, they're not doing this for us, right? They're doing that for their own benefits. They're doing that for them to go international. They're doing that so they can control the exchange rate. And then I mean, it's very obvious now. There's a lot of theft going on and dollars and all kind of stuff, Iran and etc. Um, but this is definitely when the time is right, and it tells you right there. I mean, right here, there's no other solution. I mean, you have to live the three zeros, come up with a new currency, which is in the past we used to talk about this, which is there was at that time talk from the CBI they're going to come up with 50 dinar, 100 dinars, and 200 dinars. This was the plan basically in the
Right.
first place. And then what they do is gradually start phasing out, not canceling, phasing out. First, probably the 25,000, the 10,000, the 5,000, gradually until you're not going to see them, right? And then the 50, the 100, 200 will take place. But you cannot do that without you lifting the three zeros,
Right.
right? So you have to lift the three zeros, and at the same time, they'll introduce the 50, 100, 200, and then you go from there. So at that time it was about 85 cents, but now the exchange rate that could be 70 cents, 60 cents, 2 dinars per dollar, 50 cents, regardless, whatever it is. But they have to change the exchange rate and come up with that currency. I mean, that's the only things. I mean, this is over a year right now, and they cannot even control the exchange rate. It's
Right.
more than 2%, and this is what's going on right now, and you're going to have maybe a lot of articles coming up talking about that, that'll be awesome for us and for them as well.
Right. So, that it brings me to, I can't stop thinking about old walking stick or Eddie talking about these lower denoms. And, Frank is classic about these lower denoms. Somebody's always got something to say about a lower denomination, a 1, 5, 10 dinar. We're not even near that. So I just don't get why they would even say, oh, in the ATMs are empty. Their ATMs are about to be loaded with lower denoms. Come on. The people don't even understand what those are.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, and again, I mean, we know that in the past, right? They had what they call, because when even Allah, I remember 2016, he talked about, they had probably draft about, right? Whether like at the 50, the 100, that was a plan, of course, and they even had the description how the note is going to look like, but I didn't think that they were printed, right? But even if they print them out, but for some reason they have to withhold them, nobody will know about it, right? Not even the CBI. It's all like it's all very like a confidential, basically. It's the currency of Iraq, the monetary policy, as it's very confidential, and only probably few people that they have the how to flip the switch, what they call it, which is, we know the U.S. is involved with that big time. We control it, with the SOFA agreement. It's right there. It is telling you that we control everything. I mean, until now, we control the monetary policy of Iraq. So who's in charge in that? Definitely is the U.S. But again, there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors, which is, we did discuss, this kind of stuff in the past last time on the YouTube with your channel, and we said exactly what's going on with that part. And for some reason, Iran too, it's the involvement in Iran is very bad. I mean, we need that to get to leave. But eventually, I mean, one day, hopefully, you're going to have patriots, from Iraq, like a prime minister or someone in charge, like Shabibi. Remember, Shabibi was about to flip the switch, 85 cents at that time, right? And he was about to do it, but we know exactly, all of us, what happened. It didn't work out because of Maliki.
Right.
So now maybe it could be more pressure that hopefully, it could be the end of 2024, 25th. We'll see. I mean, we know the plan was, they said like 3 more years. This was about a year ago, I believe, or something like that. 3 more years to live the three zeros. This is the planning is. So if you're looking at that, it could be 2025, 2026, right?
And again, the tripartite budget, right?
Right. And just think about it. I mean, do you think this is coincidence that they're trying to pass 3 years budget at the same rate?
Right.
I don't think. And here's the thing again. I mean, why passing 3 years budget if you have intention to live the three zeros, for example, right? Now, again, I'm not saying that they cannot do it. If something like urgent came up and they really need to do it, yeah, they can. Forget the budget. We can amend. We can whatever it is.
Right.
For you to do 3 years budget right there tells you that they're really not ready, and this is not their priority yet. Even though, again, the article talking about that's the only solution. Again, anything could happen. I mean, they might come to the conclusion that, oh man, that's it. We have to live the 3 0, and that'll be that's the word that we need to hear as investors. When
Right.
they start talking about that, and like we talk about, then that's the key. But maybe they will realize that. I mean, they know. I mean, they know that. You know what? We have to live the three. The article, I mean, clearly, crystal clear. They tell you that that we have to live the 3 zeros in order for us to do control basically the official rate or the market rates.
Yep.
But that's a
That
great
makes
article again. Yeah.
I appreciate that. So I want to read you one other thing. I mentioned this to you a couple days ago. This came in from Tippy 914. I don't know who Tippy is, but it starts off. It makes it appear that it's from Militia Man or his crew. But it says, "Hello Delta and who says never, Militia Man and crew. I hope your weekend has been a good one. There is amazing data out, and I will again show what they have to say. They talk about the ISX index is up 52% in 2023. The shares are priced in Iraqi dinar, and they are exchange rate related. Think about that as investors of the IQD and or the ISX. Those that think this is not going to happen. The ISX has a new platform that started in 24. Why now before the 47th International Fair? See you all soon, Militia Man."
I mean, again, I mean, I respect his opinion and everybody's opinion again, but with all due respect, I disagree with that. Number one is ISX always is in Iraqi dinars. We know that, right?
Right,
It would say like now they're trading. I'm not sure if this is what he meant. Like ISX, they're trading in Iraqi dinars. It always was Iraqi dinar. They go 50%. Well, 50%. If you do the math at 1140, it's nothing, right?
right,
If you do the volume, if you go like for example, if you go to the index, if you do like Nasdaq in the U.S., you got about whatever the like 20,000, whatever the volume is. Or this is the index. What's the index in Iraq? 52% is nothing. But again,
right,
even if it goes up, let's say we wake up in the morning and they say the Iraqi stock exchange jumped to 1,000,000%, right? But what's the exchange rate,
right.
right? So as investors, who cares about Iraqi stock exchange if the Iraqi dinar is not recognizable, tradable, international, and they're not Article 8 compliance?
It means nothing.
I mean, absolutely. And this is the big mistake that a lot of. I don't care about the data. I don't care about nobody's data. With all due respect, yeah, you can do your homework and do data. You can do a lot of due diligence, whatever. But again, all the investors, like right now, everybody's listening to us, and everybody listening to all the other website about the Iraqi dinar, all the Iraqi dinar investors, international, like me, you, and everybody else. What do we need exactly? Everybody have $1 million question is when is it going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do I care about your data? No. Do I care about my data? Don't care about my data. Right? Everybody is waiting for only one thing, so someone can give them the dates. Watch it. Forget about the rate because of the
And,
everything.
or
Let
right.
the 3 zeros going to be good for all of us anyway. But there's the thing. Now, of course, nobody knows the date. Again, the rate. I don't care about the rate. But let's say the date. Nobody knows the date, but I can give you a time frame on the dates. What do I mean by that? Like, for example, I told you for the last 4 years, which is a lot of people disagree with me, and until now, I'm correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told everybody, if you think it's gonna happen and you have a window for purchase, wait December, January, February. If you don't see the rate change, then guess what? Nothing's gonna change in the next year in the same kind of time frame. Now, unless if they pass the budget and the budget will go to the Gazette, and that's a legal binding contract, right? It has a
Mm-hmm.
rate in it. That means they cannot change it at all. And this is the difference there. So I can give you the time frame. So everybody's looking for that, right? But here's
Right.
the thing: if you come to me and you tell me, Delta, what's going on with you? Yeah, I do have communication with CBI, with central bank, with everybody. Oh, great, Delta, that's fine. Okay, so what is going to happen? You know what? Um, next week, they're going to revalue the currency, right? This you asked me, right? And then next week, let's say it's going to be next Friday. Now, next Friday comes up. You come to me, you say, Delta, what's going on? You told me next week is going to happen. Oh no, nothing. Something happened, glitch in the system. The back window, whatever excuse, right? And
Right.
then every time, let's say an article comes out, like for example, Iraq, they're gonna go digital, right?
Right.
Okay, they're gonna go digital in June. Now, when you see this kind of work, everything, oh my God, now we have a window. They're gonna go before. They have to go before that. See, everybody's assuming that.
Right.
Now, again, nobody knows when they're gonna be exact date. We all know that. But for you to basically mislead everybody and give the wrong information, right?
Right.
That's not true. And that's why do you think? I mean, you know how many people they asked me even after I left KTFA to come join them, do my own YouTube. Believe me, if I want to make the money after I left KTFA, I could have had my own form, and I could have had more than 10,000 followers if I want to. Do you know
Right.
how many people I know in the Middle East? You know how many people I know? I know a lot of people,
Right.
right? If I was a money greedy person, I'm telling you, I could have made easy 20 to 30,000 dollars a month, probably more.
Right.
Right? I could have had my own YouTube channel. I could have had my own basically website. I could have my own forums. You know how many people they tell me, Delta, because there's a lot of people left KTFA as well. I was still like in the contact with them. I respect everybody. A lot of them tell me, Delta, if you like, we got the money. We can support. If you don't have it, we can do that for you. I told them, no, I don't want to do that. Right? I don't want
Right.
to do that. Yeah, I'm telling you, if I could have been one of the rich, believe me, when I left KTFA, I could have had my own channel, YouTube, and I could have had a lot of sponsors too. Because remember, I speak Arabic, I speak the language, I have a lot of, I mean, and plus, people like it when you're straightforward.
Right.
Why people love Donald Trump, President Trump,
Straightforward.
right? It's
Yep.
straightforward, regardless you like it or not. Why have you have 120, 140 million followers? Regardless if you like him or not. But when someone has like 140 million followers, that's me. There's something different about this guy.
Right. There's something to it.
Absolutely. So when someone is straightforward talking to you, you should respect that. Yeah, you might not like it. You might not
Right.
like, that's the thing that you like to hear. But again, you should consider that within the site.
Well,
So,
that's
so what I'm coming is, I mean, the reason I came to you here, right? Because when you asked me to come join you, I had the chance to listen to you, ask you to before I join you. And I look at you like, you know what, you're exactly like me. You are a straightforward person. You are a very honest man. Regardless if people like you or not, they might criticize you because they don't like the thing with what they hear. But the thing that I don't understand is, like I gave you an example earlier. Imagine if I tell you every week that they're gonna revalue, right?
Mhm.
Every week. So you like me right now, right? You like me every week. What about next month? What about the next year? What if I'm wrong all the time?
Right.
Right? You still like me? I'm lying to you every week. Now I'm not sure if you like to me or you don't understand the Iraqi dinar investment. Now, if you don't understand the Iraqi dinar investment, I do recommend you to just don't even talk about it. Talk about something else. That's fine.
Right.
You can do that. But a lot of people, again, believe me, if I want to open my own channel, I could have had a lot of followers just right there. But I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, right? Because for me, it's not the money, right? And this I'm giving you an example why. This is not the money. When I want to do something, I do it for my heart,
Right.
right?
Of
And this is
course.
this is what it is. Otherwise, I could have been multimillionaire the last 4 years. I can have that. I could have done a lot of stuff. Travel all over the world. People pay for my trips. People pay for this stuff. I could have done that,
Hmm.
but I did not do it, right? Because I don't like. Regardless, again, I mean, my goal is here to get right information and not misleading people. And then again, sometimes, with all due respect, I do blame the audience too sometimes, right? Because the audience,
Oh.
you should educate yourself, right?
Right.
So just think about. I think we did talk about that. Let's say friends. Let's say you're friends. I'm your friend, Carl. I come to you and I lie to you every week. I give you misinformation, right? But you come to me all the time. You forgive me. Oh, that's fine, man. That's fine. For a year, 2 years, 3 years, and it's affecting you mentally, affecting you financially. But you still come to me. So whose
Hmm.
fault is that? It's your fault as audience listening to me because I'm not giving you the right information and I'm not that's correct for the last 4 or 5 years.
Well,
And
that's
this is a
just it.
problem. Yeah, that's a problem. The audience too, the investors, they have to be very, very careful on that. I mean, and the reason believe me, for me, active, I mean, I could have tell you know what, I don't want to involve anymore. I don't want to join you anymore. But why I decide to join you? Because I know there's still a lot of people that need help.
Tons.
You know, after I left KTFA, do you know how many people they used to call me, text me, Delta, I'm about to lose my house. Please, what's going on? Are they going to go up, going down? What's going on? And trust me, I used to tell them, you know what, nothing's going to happen. It's all up to you to believe me or not. But I'm trying to save you the time. And a lot of people, they were like, they had no money, right? And they have like a job offer. They refuse good job offer because they're thinking there's going to be value the next week, the next month, because they were told that. So
Right.
that damages a lot of people. So that was my goal, is to come in here. Again, I don't need money. I'm not here for the money, right? Again, I
Right.
give example. I mean, the reason I give example that I could have had my own channel on 4 years ago.
Of course.
I could have made a bank if I want to, but I don't want to do that.
You could still do it today. Let's be honest.
I'm telling you, I can do it now, but again, you have to have the audience too. They have to be very fair too. I mean, if someone doesn't give me the right information, I'm not sure why I'm sticking around. Even if
I
it was
don't
like,
either.
even if it's like your brother, even if it was like your family. If my brother come to me every day and tell me lies, I don't care. Even if it's my brother, you know what? You're not my brother anymore
Right.
because you're damaging me. You're not giving me the right information. You know what? You're lying to me.
You're
And
hurting me.
again, if you're not doing it on purpose, that's fine. But at least if you don't know, don't exaggerate and make up things
Right. Let me
because
let me
it's not the same.
let me let me give you some for instances, and we're going to get off of Frank for now. Let me talk about another one who I used to love to listen to, but now that I talk to you and others, Mark Z. I don't know if you're familiar with Mark Z. Mark Z is probably a fantastic guy. I would probably love to eat dinner with Mark. But this is something that he says. Mark Z, another intel said that Redemption Center staff are on 45-minute notice to show up to work. 3 different contacts have told him that. To me, that seems like it's either he's got somebody that's lying to him, or he's just fabricating information. Does that
Uh,
make
It,
sense to you?
that makes perfect sense. And see, this is a problem here. I mean, those kind of a statement, this kind of statement, it really damages a lot of people. What I'm talking about, a lot of people, you have a lot of, for example, new investors. Imagine you're new investors, right? And then you get this kind of statement, right? Let's say if I have a family. I'm giving you an example. Let's say I have a family and I have kids, and you know I'm like a middle class or low class income, whatever it is. And then someone convinced me to buy Iraqi dinars. I buy Iraqi dinars, and then I start going to those websites, and then I see this statement. And then for me, because my first time I have no experience, right? I right away I'm going to believe that, oh my God, it's going to go up next week. So I'm going to go. What I'm going to do? I'm going to sell everything. I'm not going to work. It's going to make me just because I'm going to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. So those statements, those
Are
kind of
they?
statements, they're damaging a lot of investors, and they're not
Yes.
helping out, right?
Right.
Now here's the thing. I don't understand is, I mean, why you want to give people the right information, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
for example, okay, when I told everybody at in 2020 that it's not going to happen, everybody was like, just everybody throw me under the bus at that time. Oh no, wait, Delta, you don't know what were you talking about? We trust that, we trust that. I said no problem. But here's the problem: if everybody could have came back and say, wait a minute, at that time, we should consider what Delta is saying, and and surprisingly, I was right, right?
Right.
I'm not doing it for the
Obviously.
ego. But here's the thing: a lot of people, they just, because they don't like whatever you're saying. I mean, I'm not saying things that they like to hear, so that's mean I'm negative, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Unpopular opinion.
I'm pop, yeah, negative and everything else. But now this is 4 years, 4 years, and here's the thing: what basically, I'll be honest with you, what frustrates me the most, all the people that I was very close to, none of them they came back and apologized. This is 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just throw them in the bus, and it's like, oh, nothing happened. Delta was, I was, when I was about 6, 7 years every day, 4 or 5 hours conference call, helping everybody out, doing translation, this and that, right? For
Yeah.
almost 6 years. And everybody knows that. But when you come up with the truth, which is actually, no, this is what the hard they're telling everybody with this like translation with us translate to everybody, but nobody believed it, right? And this is what I understand. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, for me, I want to be honest with you. If I'm wrong, Carl, I have no ego.
Right.
Okay? I don't show off myself. I'm not the show off. I'm just straightforward, straight shooter. Everybody knows me like this. If I'm wrong, I will tell you, Carl. I do apologize, man. You're absolutely correct. I'm wrong. And you're absolutely correct. I was wrong for the last 4 years, Carl. I was wrong for the last 6 years, Carl. But you know what? You're absolutely correct,
Right.
right? But
Yep.
this is the thing, right? This what make me leave. Now a lot of people when I left KTFA, they thought that, oh, I left because I'm just tired, I'm bored, I don't want to talk to nobody anymore. I give up. No, that wasn't the case. Again, I love Frank. I love his family. I mean, I wish him all the best. I have a lot of respect for all of them. Malaysia man, the same thing. I'm not talking about personality here. I'm talking about the disagreement between me and them. That's all.
Right. I
That's
get
what
it.
happened. But I still, again, I wish him all the best. And like I told you earlier, when he told me about, even though I was disappointed for him to say something like that, oh, he owes me a lot of money, he's hiding. If he said that, right? Uh,
Right.
yeah, that's not there because again, I mean, I worked with you even like I told you, just to for those that they're joining us right now. But if he said that, then it should be the other way around. He owes me a lot of money for the last 6 years that I helped him out with for nothing,
Right.
right? So,
Yep.
that's the case. But it's not the money. If I was money hungry, I told you I give you example again. I could have had my own YouTube channel. I have a lot of people. I got even this guy. He said, Delta, I'm willing to give you $100,000. I can open anything you want. Just say yes. YouTube channels. I said, no, I don't want to do it. I said, I don't want to do it. I could have made killing if I wanted the money. If I was a money hungry, yeah, I mean, all of us we need money. Don't take me wrong,
Oh
but not
yeah.
that way. Not that way, right? And
Right.
and of course, a lot of people they agree because one of my conditions is you have to be honest with people, straightforward. I don't want to give people, oh, it's going to happen this week. Oh, this article, that's it. I saw something in the back that the ATM is full of money. Yeah, it's full with lower denominations. I got this, I got that. That's yeah, I don't want to do something like that. I need something straight. I'll be honest with you. That's why I joined you. I want to tell you something too. I'm telling everybody, all my supporters, they're going to come support your channel because you are very honest, you're straightforward, and you're doing something that you don't have to do, right? But you're doing it regardless, even though a lot of people criticize you, do this and that. But I mean, you got a big heart, and you're doing it because you love people, and all this audience, anybody's investor, they should support channels like yours because
Right.
you hardly see someone honest and talking the truth. Yeah, it might hurt you, but believe me, why do you think your mom and dad sometimes they talk to you rough, right? Do you
Right.
think they hate you? No.
No.
Yeah. Why your mom sometimes gonna tell you, no, don't do that, don't do this, right? My dad, my
Right.
mom, even though my dad passed away a while back, but they used to tell me that. Why do you think that? Because they love you, right?
Hard love, tough love, they call it.
Absolutely. There's no basically benefit for me and you, and even for you when you told me. I mean, I have no benefit at all, right? Or I'm not getting anything for me coming to. And that's what I need. You know what's going on? You have to pay me $1,000 a night to come talk to you,
Right. Nothing.
right? Okay. So this is what it is. It's friendship, and then again, I mean, you have a lot of friendship, but the misunderstanding or the disagreement that should not take you apart, right? You should all the
Right.
time, this is how it is. I mean, sometimes, you know what, Delta, you're right. But see, again, I mean, this would frustrate me a lot for the last hours because I was like family to everybody,
Yeah.
but none, only few, actually, I'll be honest with you, few of them, I still talk to them, but they're not at the forums anymore. They even give up. And I'll be honest with you too, I have even a gentleman, I want to be honest with you, after this, because first he was like he didn't believe me, but then he started, calling him. We become very good friends too as well after KTFA. And he told me that Delta, you are spot on, man. Just amazing. I'm surprised it's anyone he did. I'm not, of course, because he had about 30 million dinars. He sold all his dinars.
Ooh.
He said, I don't care anymore.
Mm.
Right. So what I'm talking about, I'm not asking. Of course, I mean, it's a good investment. It's always good to have something. But I give you example that a lot of people, after they get to that point, they don't care anymore. They just give up, or it's become funny anymore. Is that there's no confidence. This is the thing.
Right.
They have no confidence in Iraq, right? No confidence, and because Iraq is good. I mean, investment is good, but here's the problem: when you have people telling you all the time, and everybody banking in your information, and the information doesn't basically pay off, and you have been waiting for 4 or 5 years. You lost your house, you lost your cars, you have no food to eat because you're thinking for the last 4 years you could have been a millionaire.
Right, that it's coming any moment.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I agree, and I thank you for coming. I know you're honest. I've always known that, and when you left Frank back then, I wondered where you had gone, and I'm glad to have you as a friend, my brother. I really am. So,
Well, you got my support, Carl, and like I said earlier, I really love your channels and all my connections, all the people that I know, if it's Middle East or here, everybody's gonna hear about you. They're gonna back you up. I want to back you up 100%. Again, as long as you be the same way, not change. Because if you change, believe me, I'm gonna leave you too. But you're not gonna change. I know.
Never gonna change, my brother. We don't have to worry about it. Hey, Delta, I want to thank you for coming on such short notice. Thanks for translating that article. That was a beautiful article about lifting the 3 zeros. I look forward to having you again. So go home and get that cough under control. And
I'll try. Let me get my body part.
Yeah, go get your new body part. We love you. We're praying for you, my brother. Have a wonderful night.
I love you too, brother, and thanks for having me. And you have a wonderful and great day, brother.
You do the same, my friend.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So there we go. That was Delta explaining about the 3 zeros, lifting the 3 zeros. Wonderful article. I wish I could read the Arabic myself. Of course, we touched on a few other things, guys. I don't agree with Frank stuff, and you guys are like, you're going to keep battering Frank. No, I'm not trying to bash Frank. But as I said originally, guys, I don't agree with guys just standing up here on their platforms and just lying to us every day. Guys, essentially, that's what they're doing. All right, fine. Maybe that's their interpretation of the material, but at some point you have to ask yourself, like Delta said, do you understand the Iraqi dinar investment? For Mark Z to say that he's got a contact telling him that the call centers are on 45-minute report times, guys, that's ludicrous. We're not to that point. It's not there. It's not going to happen like that in 45 minutes, and call center people are going to be on their way to work. That's not going to happen. Stop believing that. And that's coming from someone who used to believe that. Oh my God, I used to believe that. Oh my God, the call center people, they're reporting to work today. Guys, it's not to that point. It's not. And militiaman saying how the International Fair and the 15th and all that. Well, militiaman, it's the 16th, man. And you kept saying how it's got to go. What are you going to do in 2 months from now, militiaman? And it's still not happened. How are you going to interpret it then? Are you just going to keep interpreting it the same way until it finally happens? And then be like, look, guys, I told you. It happened. Okay, well, you've been saying that for 4 years. You're bound to be right at some point. Same thing for Mark. Love Mark. Love militiaman. I don't take nothing away from their intelligence. There comes a problem, and it's either in two places, guys. Their interpretation or their agenda. That's for you to decide how far you're going to ride that train. Anyway, I know I've been gone, but I'm coming back. We're going to start doing more and more shows. I'm going to start pulling more and more articles of my own. I no longer want to go to the other guru sites and just pull down what they say. I'm sick and tired of hearing what they have to say. Sick and tired of coming on here and explaining to you guys what they're saying and how it just doesn't jive. Because since December 6th, when I started this, all of them pretty much have said that it wasn't going to make it out of December. All of them. Militia Man, Mark, Frank, Melanie. Well, not Melanie so much. She just regurgitates what everybody else says. Her Sandman thing, whatever. But the other three, guys, it's January 16th. We weren't going to make it out of the month of December. And then it was January 15th latest. What are you going to say now come February 1st? And who out there is still going to believe it when they backpedal from it, guys? When they backpedal from it. If you're just here to make yourself feel good and you don't mind being let down or bullshitted, well, good. I'm glad. That's great. I myself will not do that no more. I refuse to let someone lie in my face. I don't allow that as a man. As a man, I don't allow you to come in my face and lie to me and think it's all good. If we were face to face, you would know that you're not going to lie in my face and then me think it's okay when I realize it. It won't be the case, I promise you. I won't allow it through your platforms. So anyway, guys, it's just old. It's old. If any of you guys been watching ITM trading, you see about the biggest shocking disaster that we're ever going to face is coming. Some people saying that the market crash that's looming is going to be 10 times worse than it would ever happen in the Great Depression. Yeah. What are you guys doing to hedge yourself against it? Are you buying gold and silver? Are you looking at other precious metals to put your money into? I know people are like, oh, gold, silver, schmilber. I get it. But what better thing do you have? It ain't Bitcoin. It's not XRP. I have XRP. I love XRP. I'm an XRP idiot. But that's not the best place to park your money, guys. It's not. It's not in cryptos. Cryptos are a good thing to play with if you're savvy and you understand it. Cryptos are not like gold and silver where you can park it as a placement holder for your wealth or for your money. You ain't got to be wealthy. Hell, I'm not wealthy. Guys, gold and silver is the way. I'm telling you. Other precious metals, it's going to be the way to be. It's going to be your silver lining. Get out there. Look at the gold and silver, guys. If you want, if you're a Mark guy, contact somebody at Noble Golden. If you listen to Pimpy and he used to do money metals, go there. There's a new place that Pimpy's talking about going to. Go there. You know what I mean, guys? You want to have your money set somewhere, and gold and silver is the way to do it. I personally think silver is probably one of the best places to sink your money right now. I think you'll get the most return on silver. You know, so yeah. There's another one here that someone had sent to. Well, I can't find it now, but it's a great place that you should be buying gold and silver from. But I'll be darned if I can find it. Oh, Miles Franklin. Miles Franklin. Go there. Talk to somebody. Get a little more education on gold. Look it up. Look at all the things that gold and silver have to offer as an investment, guys. Talking about silver prices going to 600. Anyway, ITM trading. Go and watch some of the little programs that they got on there. Eye-opening. They even talk about the Great Land Grab. Or the Big Take or whatever they call it. So anyway, guys, I'm getting out of your way. We're on for 54 minutes. You know, Delta, he likes to talk. And he gave you a little background about Frank. Guys, I think you're putting your eggs in the wrong basket. Not even if you have one egg in there. I think that basket is gone. My opinion, though. Hey, listen, Currency with a Twist is going to get up out of here. You'll be seeing more of me. I'm back. I know I said that last time, but then some things came up. But we're going to be doing more shows. We're going to bring more articles. We're going to have Delta on translating more articles. Yes, I'm going to bring Pimple back and get his opinion on things. Love Pimple. I know there's a few of you out there, Chris Manning, Janare Wynn, who hate him. And then you get mad at me like I'm a bad guy. But hey, it is what it is. I love having you guys here. I love all the things you have to say. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. I will see you soon. Currency with a Twist is out of here.